Hey guys, it's Poverty. This is the tutorial on the SkyFactory. So there's 4 different eras. The first one is wood, second one's stone. So let me show you how to get to stone as quick as possible. So the first thing you need is crafting bench. Then, come on, you can do it. Alright. And then here, we want to make a crook. And what is a crook? It is a hook for trees. Now these hooks give you a greater advantage of getting something. Now, there's a feature called vein miner, which is you hold down the tilde, the little wiggly thing, to the left of your number 1 key. Now, you don't want to use it right now because everything will drop down to infinity without you. So, we're just going to crook the hell out of this and get as many saplings as possible. There is a chance of getting a silkworm. You see it? We already got it. So now, what we want to do is build ourselves a platform. Let's take a second. Alright. So we definitely got some seedlings. We definitely got some... let's go ahead and make some tools. Oh shit. It's already dissolving. Oh, we are good. If we lose anything beyond this, we're doing just fine. We got the seedlings, and we got the silkworm. So what I'm going to do is the tool. Bam! We do not need solid wood at this point at all. Now, the half slabs allows you to put down a flooring, but also a flooring that does not summon monsters. If you put the half slabs at the top, monsters will arrive. You put it down at the bottom, see that? You get the dirt standing halfway up. So this way, monsters will not spawn here. As a matter of fact, you can't... Holy shit, where's my... I did not get a torch on this. That's going to be a problem. A major problem. The very first game you make on the server, I guess you get bacon, you get donut, and you also get a torch. I didn't get a torch this time. That's going to be a major problem. But let's just take care of this. So, from here, of course, you drop a seedling. And you can actually press your left space button to twerk. I like to think more along the lines that you are dancing for the tree. And trees like dancing. Holding down the tilde, if this works, and it did. That is your vein miner. And there you go. So you see, I just harvested all the wood and all the leaves at once. Going to drop this down. Gonna drop this. No wood. Where'd the wood go? Fucking lost the wood. Lovely. So, continue going on. That torch is going to be a problem. So let's get some more wood. I'm going to do this a few times, get some resources. I will be back. Catch you in a moment. And I'm back. So, hold down the tilde. You have anything in your hand, and hell, a sapling works just fine. It will never be destroyed. You do not need to make axes. So voila. What I've done is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have put out 5 squares. I'm just mentally going through it right now, and of course I'm a little short on this side, but basically 5 squares is necessary around each little tree to catch every single thing that falls. So as you can see, I got a crafting table and I have got a storage unit. I highly recommend using the storage unit. Ha! Did not even get... There's a third book you get here for achievements. But, if I understand right, it's a little broken. So it's not going to be doing what it needs to. So, let's move on to the next step. You need a sieve, and a sieve needs to dink. These little things you get from the crook. They are silkworms, and they will consume the tree and turn it all into pure white. And once you harvest it, it drops string. This is needed for the sieve, and I'll show you here in a moment what the sieve does. So this takes a little bit of time. I noticed it went a lot faster when I was away from the tree. When I was under the tree, it seemed to go a lot slower. It may be a watch pot never boils. So I will catch you in a second. While we wait, I could show off the next step. So obviously it does not need the trunk to stay up, just a chunk of wood. So let's move on to the next step. About to panic, I'm like, where'd it go? Alright, so let's move on. Ding! So the next step is making compost buckets. Oh, voila. And with this, you actually need a few of them, and I'm out of wood. You need a few of them, so ding. Now when it's open to the sky and it rains, it will collect water. I've played my little game, and other than the first day, it did not rain. So it was like some 60 days of rainless stuff. But let's get to the dirt. Ding, 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 ding. 8 saplings, and then as you can see, the compost is increasing. This will make you some dirt, and you can continue to add more locations for these guys. Although the twerking works best if all you have is one. You do not need more than one chunk of dirt. So let's, waiting for this, and I will be back in a second. And I'm back. So, the silkworms actually spread through the trees. So, what happens is if you plant a second tree, then the trees will get infected, and they will not... Okay, one more try. When they get infected like this, they do not drop seedlings. So make sure you always have at least one seedling. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and be impatient and clear this out. And I do not think you need the crook to do so, to get all the string. There we go. 28 string. What can we do with string? 4x4. You could get wool. 1, 2, 3. The other thing, the major thing you want, which I may have ruined, is this silk mesh. You need 2 of these. Woven cotton. Okay, that's a recipe. There you go. It's awesome. Cool. Great. Alright, I'm going to get more silk. Our dirt is ready. So as you can see, I've got 2 different ones. And when you twerk, it's not always the one that you're in front of. Sometimes it may be the other one that you're nearby. So just a heads up on that one. And I'll be back. And I am back. So the big thing is you can never make enough of these things. I mean, fill your inventory, because you are going to just go right through it. That almost burned up an entire crook by itself, and when you've got a decent forest, which I don't recommend, 2, 1, actually 1 is more than enough to do the twerking, to do the vein mining, and to do the crook leaf harvesting. More than enough. That was rather quick, and you're good to go. So it's rather easy. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. That's right. Yeah. Button mashing here. Whee! Button mashing. and then this, and I'm trying to get another worm, but I guess it's not happening. So let's go ahead and get this done. So twerk, 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 twerk. I prefer dancing. You're dancing for the tree. You're like entertaining the tree, and the tree gets like, yay, I'm an adult. So let's spread the worm on it and move on to the next topic. So we get dirt out of this. Oh, we need the sieve. Another device here that also takes trees or saplings is this. Bink. Oak crucible. So the oak crucible, get out of here. Alright. You can fill with leaves. You'll notice that the leaves keep going down. Leaves, saplings. You fill it with saplings, and the saplings will continue going down because it produces water. If you're in a desert, if it doesn't rain, this is how you get the water. And water is absolutely crucial for the next step. So I will be back. And day one, it always rains. I've replayed this 3 times different ways, and day one always rains. Don't need water since you've got this thing. Do need buckets, but let's do this, shall we? Well, let me start over. I need 1 and 2. All we need, that took 18 string. Get some of this stuff going. 1 here, 1 here. And then you guys here. And then here, and bam, sifter. So, with the sifter, you can take your dirt that you've been making, fuck it, and sift it. And what do you get when you sift it? You keep right-clicking, you get stone. 4 little stone, throw it together, and you now have cobblestone. So that is how you make cobblestone. The next step is, we need to make a hammer. Dink, 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 dink. We now have a hammer. This hammer, put down the stone, and you hammer it the first time you... Alright, so, one thing, day one is done, and it rained. And I made extra barrels, and I filled up all of them. So now that we got barrels, I am going to take this and ka-dink. We now have gravel. Shit, made too much. Anyways, it's alright. We can use it. After gravel comes sand, and then after sand comes dust. Dust, you take and dink, dink, you now have clay. Now, when you sift these, there's a chance of getting some nice little seeds. I got a flint, and I got some coal. So this takes a lot of dirt. And obviously, because it's open to the rain, we're filling this up. So let me... what we need is torches. And we need cobblestone. So I'm going to make 8 units of cobblestone through this process, and I will be back. Alright, I'm back. I got enough stone for a furnace. Voila. Dink. And then I always put my furnace like on top of here. And now we can basically make as much charcoal, and then from charcoal we make torches. So we'll need 1 torch. Torch, 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 torch. I know, rather boring. And we are continuing. So with the crucible, throw in 1 little, what the hell's it called? Dust. Ding! It instantly kicks out 1 clay. How do you get the little clay balls? Well, it's real simple. Bow. Then you take a hammer, Bam! And voila! You now have more clay balls. So now that we've got clay, we can easily, I think it's easily, haven't done this yet. Whoop! Dink! Clay pot. And then with the clay pot, I need more seedlings. I'll be back. But I wonder if I can cook this. It may be quite helpful to move water. And then once you get infinite water, you don't need any more after that. Voila. So, yeah. Ding. Hopefully this doesn't just disappear. I haven't done this yet. I assume it's capable. And bam, infinite water. So now we got the water. The next step is the lava.